Hi guys, this is Mila's Projects. I have another cool project for you. I'm going to be making this faux border welcome sign, so just keep watching to see how I did that. So I got this beautiful piece of wood from Home Depot for about $12, and I started off by sanding the whole thing down with 220 grit sandpaper, and I just got it as smooth as possible. The reason why this sign would be different from the ones you see on Facebook Market, let's say, is because these all have frames around them. I'm using an extra piece of wood, but I'm going to be creating that look just using my stains. So first I started off by taping off all the edges and leaving about an inch of where I wanted the stain to go. So the stain that I'm going to be using is called Briar Smoke from Varathane, and I'm going to be using that to create the border. I think you've seen me use the stain on previous projects. So I went ahead and I started to stain the 1-inch border that I had taped off. I did about 2 coats and I waited for each coat to dry before applying the next coat. Now it was time to remove all of the tape and reveal that border, but I kept all of the tape aside to use it for the next step. The next step is to put all of the tape that we had just removed onto the parts that I had just stained. The intention is to paint the middle, and so we don't want any of the paint getting on the parts that we just stained. Just remember that the stain has to be completely dry before we put the tape on it in preparation for the next step. Now I went ahead and applied 2 coats of paint to the middle part of the sign. This is the part that the letters will be going. While it was drying, it was time to create my stencils, and I did that by using Design Space and using my Cricut machine to cut it out. I have already posted a video of how to create stencils, so you may want to check that out. I removed all of the letters and left just the stencil part, and I applied it to the sign. And I went in with the scraper tool to remove any air bubbles before painting. This really is an essential step because it's important to remove all the air bubbles so that when we do paint the letters, the paint doesn't seep through. I then went in with some black paint and just painted in the letters. I did 2 coats of the black paint to really make the letters pop. Initially, I ran out of the stencil vinyl, so I did use some regular vinyl, which is also works wonderfully too. And now it was just time to remove the vinyl, and we can see how beautiful the letters turned out. And there was a little bit of paint that did seep through, but I just went and touched it up with some regular white paint. Here's the final product. Let me know in the comments what you think. I loved it so much. It looks so great at my front door. And I have a really great project coming up too. I'm going to be making over my front porch, and that video is coming out on July 27th. So I really hope that you subscribe so that you don't miss all these great videos I have coming up. See you!